Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into something huge, the future of software engineering in the age of AI.
That's right.
We've looked at expert forecasts, industry insights, real experiences,
Right.
really trying to sift through it all.
Yeah, there's a lot out there.
Our goal here is simple. Find the key skills, the really important stuff you need to know to, well, not just survive, but actually thrive as things change so fast.
Absolutely. And look, the conversation often gets stuck on, will AI take my job?
Right.
But the real story, the more transformative thing, is how the job itself is changing dramatically.
How so? I mean, we're hearing some pretty wild predictions.
We are. Some sources are saying AI models might handle maybe 90% of coding tasks, and soon, like within the next 10 months or so.
90%, that sounds
Yeah.
huge, especially considering where it was.
Exactly. It apparently jumped from like 3% efficiency to maybe 50% pretty recently. The pace is incredible.
Okay, so if AI is writing most of the code, what's left for the engineer? Are they just what?
Huh. No, not watching. Think of it more like shifting gears. You move from laying every single brick to being the architect designing the whole building.
Okay.
So less focus on line-by-line typing, more on the big picture, system design, architecture, and really importantly, user experience.
So the value moves up the stack, so to speak.
Precisely. Your crucial new role becomes verifying the code the AI generates. Does it actually meet the business needs? Is it secure? Does it perform well? That's key.
Verification, not just generation.
Exactly. And the tools are catching up fast. IDEs, other AI assistants, they're getting really powerful, catching basic errors, handling the grunt work. It leads to massive productivity boosts.
Okay, that makes sense for efficiency. But doesn't that raise questions about responsibility? If you're just verifying, who's really accountable if something goes wrong? Are we baking in new risks?
That's a really critical point. And it highlights why human oversight isn't just, ticking a box.
Right.
It requires deep strategic thinking. You need to understand the intent, the potential edge cases, the system-wide impacts. Things an AI might totally miss. It's about guiding the AI, not just blindly trusting it.
Guiding the AI, okay.
And this actually leads to a huge advantage AI offers. Its ability to essentially read the internet, synthesize vast amounts of data.
How does that help an engineer day to day?
Think about jumping into a new area, maybe a complex library or a domain you don't know well. Normally, that's days of reading docs.
Oh, yeah. Painful days.
Right. Now, AI can digest all that instantly. One expert we looked at saved 24 hours a week just on tasks like that,
Yeah.
getting up to speed in unfamiliar territory.
24 hours. That's almost 3 full workdays back. Can you give an example? Like what kind of task?
Sure. Let's say you need to integrate, I don't know, a new cloud service API you've never touched. Instead of drowning in documentation, you ask the AI, give me the best practices for integrating Service X using Python, focus on security pitfalls and common errors. Bam. You get a summary, code examples, warnings in minutes.
Wow. Okay, that changes things.
It makes trying new stuff incredibly cheap. Experimentation becomes almost free, so you need that mindset. Always be tinkering, seeing what hard problems just became easy.
Wait, AI isn't truly creative, is it? Can it solve something genuinely new?
That's the limitation, yeah. For the truly novel problems, the stuff nobody solved before, which is maybe, 0.01% of development, that still needs human ingenuity, unique perspectives. AI is great at synthesizing existing knowledge, not inventing brand new concepts from scratch.
So it frees up humans for the really hard, interesting stuff. That fits with what some sources call the thinker and doer model.
Exactly. Someone who can strategize, build, and even sort of market their unique value, almost like being an entrepreneur of your own skills.
An entrepreneur of your skills. What does that look like for an engineer?
It means doubling down on things AI can't do easily. Abstract thinking, real creativity, being able to articulate complex ideas clearly. It's about being what one source called a positive deviant or a nonconformist.
A positive deviant, meaning
Someone who doesn't just follow the herd, but actively looks for non-obvious problems to solve or completely new ways to apply these AI tools that others haven't considered, challenging how things are normally done.
and learning how to work with these AI agents becomes crucial too, right? Not just using them, but collaborating.
Absolutely. Fostering that learning to learn approach is vital, and critically understanding how these models are trained.
Why is understanding the training so important?
Because you need to anticipate potential biases, misalignments, even what you might call lies that can creep in based on the data they learned from. You need to be aware of their potential failure modes to guide them effectively.
So you can steer them correctly. You're the pilot, not just a passenger.
You got it. It all comes back to human oversight, strategic direction, continuous learning, and adapting with these powerful tools. You're conducting the orchestra.
So wrapping this up for everyone listening,
Right.
what's the big takeaway? Is this AI age a threat, or is it this incredible opportunity for collaboration?
Well, it seems like the answer really depends on us, doesn't it? On how quickly engineers adapt their skills, shift their mindset.
It's about working alongside AI, guiding it.
Precisely. Leading it, even. So the final thought maybe is, what truly novel problem, what unique human insight will you focus on once AI takes care of the routine stuff? Where will you innovate next?